Welcome back to Why Not Play. Mike's already bored edition.
No, I'm not bored. Daddy on.
Damn, how many times are we going to see Morpheus get his ass kicked? Wait, didn't we see this cutscene already?
Yes, and you'll see it again.
They keep
and
repeating it, Paige.
The problem is, the problem
because
is
we're still in the first movie.
Because the problem is that not only do they show the scenes.
Oh, that's different.
They want to show everything. Where it's like, oh, this is gonna. We're showing scenes that you're gonna be leading up to. Oh, now we're showing scenes that are happening right now, which we probably showed when we were showing the entire thing.
Then we have a deal.
But this was so fucking long.
And you're gonna keep seeing it again and again and again. This involves you too, audience, and again. And I hope that you enjoy it.
I'm just gonna look at the thing on my screen for a second.
No, that's very distracting.
Let me just use.
That's very
I'm
distracting.
gonna get on my phone.
Yes, and unfortunately, we can't let fucking Bill put that on. That's not for kids.
I'm gonna get on my phone.
Oh wait, you know what? Explain the thing you were talking about before we started recording.
Yeah, the thing that you were talking about right as we were starting.
Yeah, please. We have time.
No, it was just an interesting article because I'm like, wait a second, this actually makes sense. Where kind of like Final Fantasy 12 was like ahead of its time because of how like the way it was made, the way the system was played out. It was much more dynamic and more free flow compared to like 13 and like the previous ones before it. Oh yeah, I remember we were starting right here at
the bank scene.
Yeah. No, that it's more like different than the ones before it because, you know, a lot of the, like, especially 10 was linear as hell. You know, you could say, oh no, but you got the airship. Yeah, you got the airship after what? After you got to like near 95% of the story. Oh yeah, here's the airship. You can go anywhere you want. And it's like, after you get the airship, it's literally just follow this line, get to the end. Oh no, just follow this line and then you can fight the final boss. You know, same thing with 13. 13 was, oh here you go, here's the line, follow it. But 12 was, alright, you have objective here, okay, story plot happens, alright, story plot finished, okay, you have to go to this city, which is like 7 things, or whatever, 5 or 6 areas away. You get to do all the free roaming exploration. The battles are, literally you're walking, and then an enemy walks out of nowhere, you're in a battle. No screen cracks, no transition, it's you're in a battle, that's it. So, and then also like the whole Gambit system made it where you were playing, but you didn't have to. Okay, no, because I thought you were reading that.
No, I'm reading it in my head.
It's simple.
Is that it?
Get to Morpheus before he dies.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead.
No, but it's just like, all right, you're in the middle of like whatever. You're walking. Oh look, an enemy fights. Okay, you're literally you stop what you're doing and you start fighting him. And then it's also makes it where it's more, where you just start like you don't even have to be in control because the way you set it up, it's so. Like, can you think of another game that you had a system like that where it's like, all right, at this happens, at this happens, at this happens, at this happens. So literally, you could literally just let me put down the controller. Oh look, a fight, and the fight plays itself. Or if you don't like that, you can literally do hands-on. You can literally go, okay, this character, you do this, switch. All right, you do this, switch this, you do that. Like, it provided a very, like, open-ended, free, like, type of gameplay feel compared to a lot of the other Final Fantasies, like, in more and more recent times. You know, I'm not including 13.3, but I'm saying, like, more in the sense of, like, when 13 first came out, and then, like, 10...
It was still linear turn-based.
Yeah, exactly. Linear.
But then the problem is that even in 12s, like I remember seeing you play here and there, and it's like, the idea is nice, but then at the same time, it just
Looks tough.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the idea of a game that you can set up to play itself.
No,
But then again, that just feels like it's one of the issues of overall RPGs.
Well, but that's a matter of
Because eventually
opinion.
they could just play themselves.
But the thing is, that's a matter of opinion because at the same
I know,
time.
I'm not saying
No,
it's
no.
a fact. I'm saying
No, yeah,
that's
that's
one
his
of my
opinion.
gripes.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like what I'm saying is that it's a choice.
It's
You don't
a choice.
have to. You don't have to set it to autoplay. You can literally leave it to not autoplay, and then you can literally do everything yourself. That's why I'm saying it was the beauty of you had so much freedom. That's what I'm saying. Like you had so much freedom compared to like the later and other ones. Like oof, oof. You got your ass.
Oh, that's
ass whooped.
SWAT team.
Yeah,
That was good.
Swatted your
No,
ass.
I get what you're saying, Paige. Like
Looks tough.
the freedom of it, like the choices
It's
of how you can
nice.
play it is nice.
Exactly.
I mean,
So-
it's one of the charms I like when it comes to games like Dark Souls, in the sense of not in the choice of how you play it gameplay wise, but more of the fact that since the story on it is very cryptic, like there are
To say the least.
to say the least, the charm on playing something like Dark Souls when it comes to like a story way is that obviously there are going to be points that are set and that you need to do this at a certain point, but how you get there is up to you. It's like, okay, you can, like, around the beginning point it'll be a bit linear, but then once you pass that certain linear point, then you can choose which area you're going to go to, and then just fucking go ham. And then you have the choice of being able to go through whichever area, fight which boss you want at your pace. And then obviously it's like, okay, you might be going here now, it might be difficult, but you can still do it.
Yeah.
And if you do it, kudos to you, because you beat an area that's harder, but you still have that choice.
Yeah, exactly. So it gives you a free open world exploration.
Yeah, especially in a game like that where, along with trying to advertise how fucking hard it is, it's also showing off how pretty they can make their game look. And my god, this game's
Yeah. But it was just because the only reason why I mention it is because 12 came out 10 years ago.
It would be that long at this point. Huh.
Yeah, it did. So it's like, wow, woo. So they had
Yeah, I
something
did.
that worked.
God damn.
I think they had something that worked. That hey, you know what? They had no excuse for 13 because 13 was straight line.
I feel like the problem with 13 was just the fact that there were 3 separate teams working on 3 different 13 games. It wasn't just 13 that was being made at that time. There was also 13 Agito or Zero, whatever name it ended up getting, and
Type Zero is what
then there
eventually
was-
became.
Yes, there we go. And then there was also Versus 13, which has transcended into its own fucking number, being 15. Since, 14 was that lovely, lovely MMO spiritual successor to 11.
Which was terrible at launch.
At launch.
At launch, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah,
At
now
these
that it's
points
a
in
Realm
times.
Reborn and everything.
I would not mind playing it. The only thing that bothers me for it is just it's not that it's a subscription service, but you have to sink so much time.
So,
in
the MMO problem.
yeah, exactly. I don't want an MMO.
I'm fine with MMOs, it's just... I have yet to play an MMO that has a subscription fee. Most of my MMO experiences have been free MMOs. And free MMOs are it's such a very murky road to cross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do it right. Like, there was one game I played. No, Fiesta will be the bad example. The good example I'm gonna bring up of an MMO is something like Dragon Nest, where it's
Dragon
like
Nest is
because it's something like Fiesta. Just as a quick
No,
thing,
it was-
that's more of
that's
like
a mobile
that was a Warcraft thing. Where
No,
the way
really, it
no
was-
Fiesta.
It was
Fiesta-
more you had to pay to get.
No, but hold on.
Fucking
You're skipping at points.
ow!
With something like
We don't have much
Dragon
time.
Nest,
Let's
where it's
blow
like,
the elevator.
okay, completely different ways of playing, but the way that it handles its cash items, Dragon Nest did it well in the sense where it's like, oh, the majority of everything that is on the store is cosmetic.
Yeah.
You don't need anything from the store in order to enhance your gameplay. Like, in order for the whole problem of pay to win. A game like Dragon Nest and others that follow suit in the idea of, you know, keeping a store like that purely cosmetic, genius, perfectly fine, because it gives your income and at the same time you're not hindering the player. Now something like Fiesta and other games like that,
my God.
that's a game that had issues with its cash shop. It's like, you could not play this game seriously without spending so much money for essential game mechanics to be able to play well. If you did not spend some type of money in order to upgrade your gear and weapons, you were essentially hindering yourself and making yourself a liability for harder things like raids and just high level gameplay.
I agree.
And we'll have more possible discussions like that in the next episode, because I'm actually starting to feel a little heated up. I'm getting mad. We'll see you on the next episode, folks.
Take
Take
care,
care.
guys.